Viewer discretion is advised.
I forgot where the button was for just a second there. Come on. It wouldn't be show day and a show day after a break if I didn't forget how to do the show. It's only been 2 weeks, guys. It hasn't been a year. It's like riding a bike, right? No. Well, in that case, happy Saturday. Although my show notes reflect Thursday still, because I'm still getting used to the new day. You're listening and/or watching Pwnecast. This is episode 251. We are in patch 8.2 finally. I do apologize. I sound probably like a really old lady. I am coming off the heels of one of the worst sicknesses I've ever had. So there'll probably be some cough peeing happening later on during the show. So it's something to... Envy's always looking forward to those kinds of things. So, we'll have that. But we are going to be talking about a lot of things because we have not had a show. Before I got sick, I was doing a lot of WoW things. We have a lot of 8.2 stuff to talk about, cover. We got some tips on how to acquire your rep for flying. We got lots of stuff. We're going to talk about where we've been. We, meaning me and Envy, and anybody else that matters. We have 8 days left of the DitchCon Kickstarter. We're going to talk about that. Me rising from the dead. And let's talk about the corruption going on in the World First Race community and how there is only one group who stands for justice, truth, and the nerd way. We have that and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
In 2014, a crack commando unit was banned from Trade Chat for comments they didn't make. These men and women promptly escaped from the Stormwind stockades to the Ironforge underground. Today, still hunted by the trolls of Trade Chat, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the Pwnecast. Leader and brains of the operation, it's Belle.
I want tacos so bad.
Betrayer of the priestly order and huntard extraordinaire, it's Remedies.
Then how did you eat it in the first place?
With the Pwnecast team assembled, let the battle for Azeroth begin.
You know, one of these days, I'm going to get my shit together, and I'm actually going to do the intro. I wanted to do it recently, but I need to put the stuff on the cloud, which is why I haven't done it. Excuses, guys. That's all they are. It's just excuses. What
Should
are
be
you
feeling a little hopeful that time. You got my hopes all excited, and you just took it away from me. You shattered my dreams.
Between being sick and all the stuff that's been going on at Casa de Bell, I'm lucky I'm not an alcoholic. Because if I was an alcoholic, like, I would have already been, like, off the rails. Like, there would be...
I mean, you're pretty much crazy all the time anyway, so...
And I just want everybody to know that I was scratching at something here. I still don't know what it was, but I was scratching it, and now it just looks like I got bit by a vampire. Welcome back, if you're new to Pwnecast. I apologize in advance, because this is probably not going to be one of our best shows. But, hey, it could always be worse. I thought I asked for my rock star, but it seems it isn't here. So, we're just going to improvise. With me is my co-host with the Raid Rage Most, Envy, our DK, Raid Lead, Guild, Stonemaster.
Some truth in that, I guess.
What have you been doing in our time off, Envy? Tell us your travels.
Mainly work and crying and work.
Oh. Is there a lot of crying?
Yeah, from work, but mostly from the questing in Nazjatar. I love Nazjatar, but I am so over the dailies and world right now.
Yeah, like, I hit them heavy the first couple days since I was like, yes, I'm going to log in every day and do these dailies every day. But I don't like, hi Softy, I don't like dailies in general. It's just not my thing.
Yeah. And there's 2 zones to deal with.
So, I don't typically have a problem working for flying. We know this, guys. Like, I'm not a lazy individual. I don't mind working for flying. Those things typically don't bother me. However, at this stage of World of Warcraft, at this stage of BFA, you have to gate it behind reputation. You have to. That was a law. Somebody somewhere in Blizzardland said, here's the law. The law is we are going to gate this reputation, or we're going to gate flying behind additional reputation. It is easy to get, though, if you don't have children and grandchildren and brother with personal problems and sister with personal problems, a cousin who you've literally been close to the majority of your life with the exception of the last 5 years who died recently. Like, if you don't have all those things in your life, it is totally easy. 100%.
That just got real.
So I agree. It is easy. And it's easy in the sense of you just do the things. It isn't so easy that me and Envy weren't part of the nice little exploit that was happening for a repeatable easy quest. The other people were partaking in exploit-ish.
I don't know that maybe it is an exploit, but yeah. It sucks. 150 rep each and every time. That was...
No, it's not hard. It's just, I don't know, revered rep after all the things we've already done. It just feels... It just feels like... It feels bad at this stage of BFA. Like, the previous times we've unlocked flying, it didn't feel bad. It felt like I enjoyed it. I loved going through and I loved doing the things for unlocking the flying. I loved pre-prepping. That was really nice to be able to have the ability to pre-prep minus whatever last thing they have you do, when the second part of the Pathfinder comes out. It feels bad that it's rep. I would rather it be anything else but rep. Maybe questing or, something. I would rather it be anything else but rep. Maybe that's just a personal thing.
I just miss the good old days where you just pay 1,000 gold and get flying.
Well, and I don't mind. I like doing the exploration stuff because if they didn't make me explore and if they didn't make me, do these things for Pathfinder, there's probably some stuff that I wouldn't do. So I do definitely appreciate that. But when it comes to reputation, I do think that there should be things gated behind reputation, like the contracts. As much as I hate it, I agree. It's great that it's gated. The other contracts were gated behind, the difficult to acquire stuff was gated behind reputation, stuff like that. So I don't mind. I don't know, it just feels bad. It feels bad. It feels bad that it's rep.
It's repetitious. Right? I just hate repeating the same thing. Not every day, but every other day, or maybe you get them consecutively. It happens, but it feels pointless to go back and do the same quest,
right.
The same world quest,
right.
The same daily.
I agree. That is why that it bothers me that it's rep gated. Like, if they didn't have the dailies, it would make it even worse, right? Like, people would be really pissed off because you didn't give alternate means for people to be able to get the reputation, but I don't know, it feels like I have to do a monkey dance for something that I don't particularly care if I have. I'm being honest. I don't really care about flying. It isn't a big deal to me. The only reason I like flying is around this time when it's time for flying. I enjoy exploring things that I didn't get to see before because I didn't have flying. I'm really getting sick of getting ganked by those that can fly. That's not my favorite, but that's par for the course. It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. I did knock some off their flying mounts with my handy-dandy net. That was fun. But I don't really care about flying in general. I want to fly for no other reason other than I want to explore, but I'm not one of those people that bitches we don't have flying. I enjoy not flying. I really do. But, like, now I'm helping my brother level. It would really be great if I had flying because I could fly us places. Like, that would be really spectacular, but,
I enjoy the fact that Blizzard implemented the whole little, you gotta explore our beautiful
Yeah. Yeah.
zones first before
agree.
you fly.
I think it saves me in particular. It saves kind of me in general because I will shortcut if I have the option. I won't complain that I don't have the option, but there will come a point in time when I want, I've done all the hard things now. I want to be able to explore. And right now is at the point where I'm doing new content on Bell, but I also want to start working on my ults because we're winding down this expansion. And now's a good time to start bringing my ults through this expansion in between, raid and PvP and doing stuff for Bell. So I would like to be able to fly to be able to do that because it would make my life a lot easier, but it's not that big of a deal. So in terms of that, the exploration part of it's really easy. You just have to get revered with both of the new factions. Now, the good news is once you're friendly, you can purchase a contract from the auction house. You'll have to pick and choose, right? So you'll have to do a few days of one and a few days of other, or, whatever your one is you're struggling with the most, or evenly, however you want to do that. If you're an inscriptionist, you can't make the contract until you're revered. Then you can buy it from, you can buy the contract from the vendors. But, yeah.
It's there to help.
Do the dailies. I don't know. It's not fun, so.
I'm not having as much fun as I thought I would with Mechagon.
I don't mind Mechagon. I'm making the conscious choice to continue in war mode, right? Like, I haven't left war mode, and you guys already know.
I think it's a weekly, but there's a weekly where you got to complete in war mode. I haven't done it yet. What are you doing after the show?
Well, I have some PvP quests, too, that I got specifically on, I don't know, from somebody in Nazjatar Mechagon. But I do enjoy war mode even now. There were a few times where it was not my favorite. The PvP events on Nazjatar, which is where I experienced them, I'm sure they're on Mechagon too, but I haven't, I don't think I've seen them. But I am a little frustrated with the current state of my faction because normally Alliance is kind of killing it on my server. It's not been the case, and there were 3 of us putting up a fight. We were just putting up a little fight and trying really super hard to kill like 50 fucking horde. And I'm like, where's all the Alliance at? How come we're the only ones doing this shit? Then the event's over. We lose. And here comes all the Alliance guys. And I'm like, really? Where the fuck were you guys like literally 3 minutes ago when we were getting our face pushed in? But I did have a good time. Like, I enjoyed it.
That should change with flying now. A couple people have it.
Yeah. I mean, I have enjoyed being, like, has it been broken? So it isn't just me thinking it's weird? Like, even if Alliance doesn't win, it's usually, like, pretty equal in effort. Like, we lost, like, whatever the total amount was, which was, like, 3,000, I think, to, like, 50. So it was like a big, like, I didn't even want to participate at that point. I was trying to do quests, but I did it anyway just because I was like, well, I mean, when you're in war mode, you're agreeing to a certain responsibility in war mode, so I can't just be that guy that's over here fucking picking flowers when, my faction needs me. But I did enjoy Mechagon, not solo, but I enjoyed that there was this little shaman. And this shaman, he tried really hard. Every time I came around some corner, here he was trying to kill me, and I killed him every time. Now, we're going on about 7 or 8 kills now. And he put in a really good effort, and I love that his just get back on the horse deal. I thought after, like, the 3rd time, like, you'd think he would just go away. It's obvious that the first kill wasn't a fluke. It's obvious that the second kill wasn't lucky, and it's obvious that the 3rd kill wasn't by chance or because you misclicked a cooldown or, a defensive. It's obvious I just killed you. So, he waits for me to go on this thing where you gotta disable some crap and all this Spark and stuff is on the platform. And hold on one second. It's okay, I still have one lung left. That's all we need. We only need one lung. I think I have a lung left. I'm not really sure. It feels like there's supposed to be a lung there, but so this, you have to do this thing. I was stupid in doing it on the platform. You're supposed to actually do it on the thing leading up to it. You shouldn't do that particular part on the platform. So he waited for me to fight this fucking boss, and he just fucking snuck in and killed me. And I was like, wow, you waited. You waited for me to be fighting something for you to come kill me. So then I went to another part. I was trying to get through the Mechagon stuff because I wanted to go back to Nazjatar so that I could continue focusing at least a reputation. And here he comes again. And I'm like, oh boy. He waited till I pulled a really big mob. Except I had my blueberry, so the blueberry can handle my mob. I'll just come over there and kill you.
Did you?
I killed him, yeah. I don't feel bad.
That's war. I'm gonna need you to stop doing that.
I know. I just, I'm just dying, literally. Slowly but surely, I'm dying, and it's not getting any better, and it's, like, super hot in here. The heat's probably not helping the coughing. So, with that being said, let's talk about Tuesday, July 9th for the reset. Can you believe we're already in July?
I know. It's cray. Just a few more
July.
months from BlizzCon.
It is a few more months till BlizzCon. Speaking of which, guys, we have 8 days. And our Kickstarter is only at 45%. It was at 46, now it's at 45. I know it's going backwards. We have 8 days. The sucker doesn't fund in 8 days. We don't got no party. And that's okay. I'm okay with not throwing a party if that's is the way the cookie crumbles. But I'm really surprised, to be perfectly honest. I'm surprised that we haven't funded. I don't know if it's because I'm not, like, selling my soul enough, or you would think at this stage I wouldn't have to, like, actually sell my soul to the devil, but perhaps. But we're halfway there. Gonna make a few last minute pushes like this week, but I don't really know how that's gonna fare. Let me double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. We'll just double check it. Let's see. It's always weird when I go to the Kickstarter website instead of just going to the link. Like, there's all this weird Kickstarter stuff. Like, the things people kickstart, super strange. I'm not gonna judge though. Yeah, so we're at 45%. And we have 8 days. Tonight at midnight will be 7.
7 days, fellas.
7 days for just over 6K. So we'll see what we can do. But so Tuesday, July 9th. Weekly event is going to be the pet battle event. Not my particular favorite. It's someone's favorite, but it isn't my favorite. The PvP brawl is Packed House. That is one of my favorite PvP brawls. So come get some. And Dark Moon Fair starts on Sunday as well. It is Sunday, right? I believe it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Take advantage. I'm going to take advantage of the 10% reputation. It isn't a whole lot, but
it adds up.
yeah, like it really does.
Pair that with the contract.
Truth. And, you know, the little percentages of stuff that's added, it doesn't seem like it adds a lot, but it does. Like, it really, truly does. So do it. Any hot fixes, Envy, that are important to note?
Oh, geez. I need to take a look. There's just, you know, a bunch of superficial hot fixes. Like, I guess there's an issue with the achievement. Nothing to scry about. Revealing treasure chests, like, they were glitchy. They didn't give you credit. They had evidently fixed that. As far as, like, major, yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Nothing we care about?
Yeah, no, nothing we really care about at the moment. It's still going to be a pretty glitchy patch for a few days, I imagine.
Glitchy patch.
When have you ever seen like a pitch perfect
Yeah,
patch?
you're right. I was gonna be like, no, that's not true, but then I'm like, it's probably true. Probably true. I don't know if I'm allowed to drink, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
If you drink enough alcohol, you might be able to kill the infection in you.
Well,
You also probably get cirrhosis, but
what's a little cirrhosis of the liver or something?
I didn't cover all of the hot fixes, but there are literally a ton to go through. So
Yeah, and with it, because of the new patch, like, that's pretty common. It's literally
It's-
like Hotfix Central, so.
yeah, they're gonna be hot fixes pretty frequent. So we'll try to note the ones that are the most important to you.
The most valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how come I didn't get a notification that we got a sub? Thanks, Jess, you're the best.
Thanks, Jeff.
She's a fellow method mod. Going to be modding it up for World First Race, which we're going to talk about that later because there's probably going to be a little bit of a rant. Not on Method's part, but on just the audacity, guys. The audacity. The sheer audacity of people. But it's not that big of a deal. Get your flying. Wowhead has a attunement tracker. They actually have an attunement tracker that's just like a general one. And it gives you all the stuff that, the next set of the war campaign, like different things that have come out and came out in 8.2 and have came out in the past to track your progress on those things. It's actually really good. You guys should check it out because there's things that it tracks I didn't even know to expect. Like I knew, but it wasn't like part of my memory. So, check it out. But the flying, it helps you. It doesn't update in real time. Most of you guys know that, but some of you might not be aware. You have to log out of WoW for the armory to refresh, which is what WoW uses. Which is what Wowhead uses. But it's great because it tells you exactly what it is you're missing for, the percentage of everything, and if you're missing kind of a little weird thing for something else. So make sure you guys, start on the road to it. Along with your reputation stuff, you want to get into the new profession stuff. They've added some recipes. They're not like out of this world, the recipes. It's not life-changing recipes, but it's new stuff. Some higher item level gear if you're a crafter. New potions. And new feast, which I unlocked and have been...
Those are going to be fun. There's a nice trick to the ionized minnow, by the way, which you'll need for the feast.
Were you going to tell us the trick, or were you just going to tell us there was a nice trick, but not?
I was gonna let you finish.
Oh no, I'm going to let you tell us.
When the jetpack's up, go get the fish vacuum and fish up all the little nodes. Which kind of sounds like it's, broken and cheating, but they are soul-bound, so it makes perfect sense. Do it.
Did you say there's a what?
So, I don't know how far you've gotten in Mechagon. I know you've taken some...
I did all the initial things.
Did you do a quest where you had to, essentially vacuum up a fish from a fishing node?
I don't think so.
So, you get the quest from a fishing gnome, and eventually leads you to this little funny device. It's a vacuum that fishes up fish. Have you gotten the jetpack while you're dying? Have you gotten the jetpack?
Maybe.
So, in Mechagon, you can unlock an armory. It's just everything you've built throughout your questing there. This armory contains like a flamethrower, but more specifically a jetpack, which makes the zone a little bit broken. Double jump, you start flying. However, there are some mobs in the air that will shoot you down or start shooting at you. I digress. You get this little jetpack, and you got your little vacuum fly out to all the fishy nodes you can find, use a vacuum, and it just sucks up all these fish in one go. The whole pool's gone. You move on to the next.
That explains why, like, we're gaming and I'm fighting for my life, essentially. I'm leveling the druid because of my brother started playing again, so I was leveling with him, and I tell him, don't be a bitch, we're doing this in war mode because this is how we roll. And, you know, we were getting murdered. But he's fishing, and I'm like, of all the things for Envy to be doing, it's so odd that he's fishing. Like, it's bizarre. But which I've been fishing too, just because I do the food, so I like to get my cooking stuff, so I have to get those mats. So
Yeah, but
vacuum.
I've been mining too for gems, gel crafting. I'm maxed out on both, so I can make everything.
I have some uncut of the new stuff because I got a few drops.
Nice. Send them over my way.
That had them in. I was like, ooh, all this fancy. And I was talking shit on the drops too, just because I had never really cared. When I got one, I was like, okay, I can see the appeal here. I get it. I see why people are kind of digging the vibe here. But there is new stuff, and you have to go to your trainers in the new zone. So if your Alliance, I don't think Horde would go to Mechagon, right? Because they have their own set there. Is that true? Or do they also use Nazjatar? I haven't seen any Hordes.
They use Nazjatar.
They just have their own little Horde encampment that has that stuff? Okay.
Yes, they do. I've ran into it multiple times.
Why is there more Horde on Mechagon than there is anywhere else? I was, for some reason, thinking that they had decided to make, like, Mechagon Horde side encampment stuff.
Well, Mechagon has a lot of pets and a few mounts, so I imagine a lot of people are camping those.
Like, there's a ridiculous amount of Horde. A lot.
Yeah. Such a small zone, too, and...
Yeah, I guess I probably ran into, like, their little spot, too. Because the quests kind of take you through all the things. What is it? The son of the king? The prince's...
Yeah. I forget the prince's name, but yeah.
Which I don't dislike it. I think I didn't know if I was going to like the gnome stuff, just because I love gnomes. But the whole, like, mechanical stuff just isn't really my get down. Visually, it isn't my favorite. I don't like... What's that ugly dungeon I don't like?
Yes.
It's got all the junk parts everywhere. What's it called?
Oh, Motherlode.
Yeah, I don't really particularly... I liked that dungeon. I just don't... That isn't my vibe visually. But I like the gnomes. They're cute. I like how they're just... They always have their own little... They're feisty, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Feisty. Like, short man complex, right? Like, perma short man complex. I'm going to actually... I'm bookmarking this secret fish situation. I guess I'm going to have to go through that to get a vacuum.
Just explore. You'll run into it eventually.
Okay, not gnomes, and I wasn't equating it, but it's like mechanical stuff in general is still... The tinkering is not really my favorite. Visually.
Did you play WoW during World War?
Yes, but I didn't really like that either. I loved Old War in general. I don't know why.
You just hated the spark of imagination.
Yeah, I just didn't like the tinkering stuff. Is just... I don't know. It's just... Gnomes are cool.
Do you like steampunk?
No.
Figures.
Mm-mm. I love the story. I'm enjoying the story. I loved hearing the story of the king and, like, all that stuff going into Mechagon. I love the story, and I don't dislike the zone. I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying it. It just isn't my... It's not my preferred visuals.
I just dislike it because repetition is annoying to me. I get bored real easy.
Nazjatar is beautiful. It's a combination of Azuna, Suramar, and Vashir. I really like that combination.
Really, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I really am enjoying, not enjoying all the mobs, but that's par for the course, given the type of map that it is. But I'm having fun. I really like the story. I think the story's really good.
Story's a little cray, but
It is a little, like, what happens if, like, she just decides to just drop all the water down? Like, has it occurred to anybody to...
yeah, like, and I was gonna kind of save this for discussion later, but you totally get the whole vibe of being a pawn in this chess game. Like, she's keeping you alive for a reason. Why? We
Yeah,
don't know.
she lured us down there like fucking kids to a van. And we're stupid, so we're just like, okay. Because everybody wants to be the hero. So if you have to go into the sea, into, Ashara's place, yeah, you get to be the hero. But you might die because the Tidestone's the only thing that is allowing the water to be out, right?
Right.
And are we not trying to get the Tidestone? Is that not what we're doing?
I imagine.
Or we're
it
just
is.
trying to get control, not take it because we can't? I don't know. I don't really know how the Tidestone works.
The raid will explain it, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I haven't done any spoilers. I didn't do any of the raid testing. I didn't do any of that stuff. Yeah, so that actually reminds me, Spanky, to get back to that. Because I said something when I went through those cutscenes. I said something about who the fuck just left it? Like, what's happening? But remind me to get back to that discussion because it kind of speaks insider to me. And I want to know what everybody else's theory. So get your brain kind of wrapped around that theory because we are going to talk about that later because I wanted to know. And specifically you too, Envy. So, the new dungeon, Operation Mechagon, the new raid, Eternal Palace, does open July 9th, which is Tuesday.
Can't wait.
Let's see, 9th is normal and heroic difficulty for the new raid. The 16th is mythic and raid finder wing 1.
Correct.
And these look really gross.
Take a look at Ashmane.
Honestly though, I'm gonna be real, like I've done very little in terms of spoilers for the raid. Even looking at the bosses, this is kind of impressive. These bosses are a little impressive. I'm digging it. Like, that's actually really impressive. Now, let's talk about World First Race stuff. This is a time that's really exciting for me. And the reason it's, like, really exciting for me is because I get to watch all the excitement of the mythic race and what that looks like and how this just kind of gets everybody talking, right? And then you've got Summer MDI coming up, which it hasn't already happened, right? I didn't, like, get sick through that.
No.
Summer MDI starts August 10th.
Right.
And we've got the PvP stuff, the Road to BlizzCon, like this stuff is happening. So the World First Race is my favorite because I love competition, and I think the World First Race, I didn't care about the 2 raid. That wasn't even, I don't know if I'm the only one that felt that way, but it wasn't even really a race. Like,
Crucible.
yeah, that's just
Filler.
something to do, right? Something nice. But I like competition. I like that, we had guilds that were stepping up to the plate. And I like that there was some sweat happening in terms of, were my people going to be able to make it happen? Or, you know what I mean? Was somebody else going to take that title? Those things are exciting. So I have been ready to do these things because I'm going to be glued to my TV like I was with this one we're doing now. This last year we just did. That I haven't gotten AOTC yet. My own fault.
She's giving me permission to do a lot with the raid, like hug and hug. We finally get a group that, a few pulls will get this. She has to leave for whatever emergency. Like 2 or 3 pulls in, we got AOTC for the rest of the guild.
I left in the middle of the fight. I was pissed. And then when I was downstairs dealing with what I was dealing with, I told everybody, if the guild gets this shit down and I don't get my AOTC, it's going to be even worse than what you guys are hearing right now. And I knew it. I knew it. I didn't have my headset on. Normally I take my headset on, you know, when I go take a break for during raid, but I just was pissed. More so because all of my normal daily routine habits have come to a complete halt because I have to help other people adult. So all I want to do is get my AOTC. I get it every tier. Can we please? So then I'm going to go pug. So I post a thing, let's go pug. As I'm getting ready to join a pug, I got to deal with more drama. So I'm like, fuck it then. I'm just not going to even bother trying to get this AOTC. I'm just going to, this will be the first tier that I don't get AOTC. Cool. Sounds good. But
We still got raid tomorrow.
yeah, like hopefully we can kill and that. It's not that really that big of a deal. It is what it is.
You know, if the raid doesn't happen tomorrow, you and I, and
Yeah, if we don't raid because we don't have enough people, I'm definitely gonna pug. Because I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being, but I'll do it because. But anyway, so this world first race thing. Now let me just double check one last time to make sure I'm not allowed to say anything in regards to my opinion. Oh, we were given permission to share any thoughts we had publicly, which is great. I just wanted to make sure I was not violating the method code. But here's the thing. Red Bull Esports does this thing with method. And this thing, in my eyes, I don't like using the word game changer because I feel like it's overused, right? I feel like everybody, when they have a great idea or they have this thing, it's always a game changer. So I don't want to use the word game changer, but I want to say that they were on the precipice of something quite amazing. And it was a good thing, right? It brought the world first race to the forefront. And, you know, Method sees the potential of how they can continue to bring the world first race to this community. And it isn't just about from Method's perspective, guys. It isn't, you know, it's Method, of course, but it isn't just because they want to show it from their perspective. They want people to care about the game and their race and the community in general, because the world first race has always been the communities. So then Red Bull decides they're going to pull some shit behind the scenes, and they're going to take all of Method's ideas and they're going to try to basically own the world first race. Let's slap some money on it. Let's get some guilds to get involved. Let's do this. First of all, fuck you, Red Bull. I don't know if anybody watches. I don't know if anybody gives a shit, but fuck you. Second of all, I don't know if anybody read what Scott had posted in regards to Method's thoughts, why they're doing what they're doing, and why they're not going to be involved, and they're going to continue to fight this. It's a good read. You should read it, and it is literally one of the reasons why I will always be Method, because I respect the fuck out of them wanting to hold it in the community. Red Bull doesn't have anything to do with WoW. Why are you here? Go somewhere. What the fuck are you here for? You want to give people free energy drinks? Great. Take your arena. Take your shitty internet. Take your fucking making the boys fucking button all the way up like they're in fucking nerd school. Like, take all that shit and shove it up your ass. So here's the thing. I'm not going to give an opinion on the guilds that have chosen to partake the things with Red Bull. The reason I'm not going to give an opinion is because there isn't an opinion to be had. There is, but it's one of those things where I'm not going to make any friends. Like, I'm literally not going to make any friends. And I don't know that I care, but I wish everybody protected it together. It would have been nice for them to have been some solidarity. I forgot to turn my phone ringer off. It would have been nice if there would have been some solidarity, and these two guilds would have said, hey, fuck you, because we don't want this to be the thing either, because it shouldn't be Red Bull that has anything to do with this outside of being the platform for the stream.
I mean, are you honestly surprised though? It was bound to happen.
I'm not surprised that Red Bull did it. I'm surprised that these these guilds that have a responsibility to this community to continue to keep World of Warcraft in our community, I'm disappointed that they can't see past their own selfishness to see the bigger picture. And I'm not insulting anybody before anybody's like, oh, they're just getting their money. They're about their money. That's great. That's also what hookers do. So, like, cool. Drug dealers, too. They're about their money. So it's all equal, right? Those are all great decisions that we've made in our futures. So the good news is I'm very proud to work with an organization who has morals and who strongly believes in keeping the world first race a part of our community and not a circus, and not allowing another outside organization that isn't a part of the WoW community to stamp the fucking Red Bull gives you wings shit on it and call it money. My hope is that Blizzard will intervene maybe and snatch it. Maybe Blizzard will put something on. Maybe this will give them, I don't know. I don't know the business side of it, and I don't pretend to know the business side of it. I'm just really disappointed. I think I'm not even upset that I'm not gonna lie, guys. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to be PC. I'm not going to pretend. And I'm not going to act like everybody else and be like, oh, it's okay to each their own. It isn't to each their own. It isn't okay that Limit and Pieces accepted it. And if anybody from Limit is watching, if anybody from Pieces is watching, I don't give a fuck. This isn't a personal attack. This isn't an insult. As a community, we don't get to decide when we want to be responsible for our culture, for where that culture goes, for who uses that culture. We don't get to decide when we want to have a moral to stand on. Those are things that are forever. I'm not knocking your hustle. Get it. Get your little 5 minutes of fame, but it'll be the reason time and time again that groups like Method and some of these older guilds that are like OG guilds, it'll be the reason that they will always be on top. It'll be the reason that their organizations will continue to be successful far beyond just World of Warcraft. Because they're not thinking about today, they're thinking about tomorrow. And I love the fact that these guys probably said no to what could have been opportunity-wise. When you look at it from a business perspective, it could have been a good opportunity, right? But they said no. To me, I'd rather watch that. I won't give that other bullshit not one view, not one promotion, not one retweet. I just won't do it. And yes, there has been some victim stuff on Twitter. Listen, if you are a hoe, just be a hoe. Don't be mad because somebody else is not. Just be that. I don't feel bad for them. You want to know why? Because to me, they're fucking G's. All three of them. And the fact that they had the balls to stand up and do something about it in not doing it fucking made me proud. I literally was in the bathroom reading this.
Jesus Christ.
And it made me so proud to know them. Not even just to be them, but it made me proud to know them. Preheat. Who? I don't even know. I don't really... Guys, how mad is everybody going to be if I tell you I don't really like Rich Campbell? Who's going to be mad at me? Anybody? Is anybody going to be mad? I don't dislike him as an entertainer. Like, that's cool. Handle your shit. He's funny. He does make me laugh. But I don't actually like watching him in anything World of Warcraft related. It actually bothers me because I don't like it. I don't like it. And it isn't, I don't have a reason, and it's not to be hateful. And before 50 people go fucking tweet to Rich Campbell about how I said all these awful things, it isn't my particular, I don't know. His charm is lost on me. I don't know where the fuckboy charm that he's trying to, like, it's not.
Fuckboy. Okay.
Well, here's what's weird.
I just had a visual, too. Go on.
You know why, though? Because Scott and Sasha are actually really good people. Like, I know Scott looks, like, really scary. And don't get me wrong, his one hand could, like, crush my skull like a sparrow's egg. Well, who is that guy? Zandief on fucking Wreck-It Ralph. He could. But he is such a gentle giant. Like, he's just a good guy. He isn't shady. He isn't underhanded. He's just a good dude. Like, they're just genuinely good people. Those don't really exist these days. So, they can walk with pride. Be proud. I wore my Method jersey to my daughter's college orientation because I thought, what better way to usher in the new generation of nerds than to walk around with a jersey on the college campus, right? Like, let me get these new guys onto what is going on in Method Town. My husband's like, you're ridiculous. I'm ridiculous? You're just mad because you don't have a jersey. I'm ridiculous? Okay.
I'm still waiting for mine.
Well, I'm going to hope that they give me a new jersey. But I'm doing some mod work, so hopefully that'll...
Still got that BlizzCon ticket I'm sitting on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But, so, believe only what you know. Don't choose sides, because there isn't a side. The side is the community. The side is World First Race. I will ask anybody that watches or listens to this show to do something I have never asked. I've never, ever. I'm going to ask that you not support this Red Bull stream. I'm going to ask that you not give it a view and that you not support it. Instead, you support all the other streams. Doesn't even just have to be Method. There's other guilds that stream their races. Their point of view of the races. I'm going to ask that you don't support poor, irresponsible decisions made. That's what I'm going to ask.
Does that include the drink?
The what?
The drink.
The drink?
Because, yeah, Red Bull. Can I still drink
Oh, no,
Red Bull?
drink it's not the company, like, the
because
esports arena thing, that's a whole different beast.
I got a lot of Jägermeister I got to kill if that's your ass.
No, I like the Red Bull Peach. No, this isn't, it isn't a...
I was kidding, it was a joke.
Yeah,
Just
that's a
go on.
particular, piece of the spectrum. But, and don't listen to mudslinging. Like, Method doesn't mudsling. I've tried. It's the reason I don't do the tweets on Method's Twitter. I have access to it and I can in case of an emergency, but it's the reason I don't. Because I'll get on there and tell people to fuck off. That's not a good thing. They don't engage in mudslinging purposefully because nobody wins in those contests. The community is the only ones that lose.
Keys.
Yeah, I would literally be like, fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck your dog, fuck your couch, like all of it.
Okay.
And I also don't have the ability to tweet during arenas, I can't tweet objectively. I've tried, like I've done the tweets during the arena tournaments, but I can't. You're supposed to be non-objective because it's sportsmanship, right? Like you support all the teams, but I don't have.
That mofo over there, yeah. I can see it happen. Like, these motherfuckers are in the lead. What now, bitches? Method back?
I'm like, in your face, motherfuckers.
Hashtag wrecked.
Right, like I would be, so I purposefully don't like doing the tweets. I'm really glad that I don't have to. The times when I've been asked, I'm like, but I really just much rather tweet on my Twitter where I could talk shit. Because there isn't, I can't be objective.
No mudsling. Rather do it on my Twitter.
Right, I'd rather just tell you to get... And I haven't done anything publicly in regards to this because what I don't want to do is I don't want to embarrass Method by me running my mouth, but, I mean, during my show, nobody cares anyway, so, but...
We care.
Just don't listen to all the people. Just fact find. Like, everybody on the internet thinks they're right. Everybody on the internet thinks they're right. That's dirty. Method learned a hard lesson. They learned a tough lesson, but these guys are strong, and I really, really hope we kill it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I sometimes kind of root for them to lose because of that, you know, comeback story. But I really hope, and I hope it's a crushing, like, they're so, like, the other, whoever we're racing against is so close that it's, like, between, like, a 0.%. But, yeah, so, everybody that talks shit on Method on Twitter, well, somebody said, oh, they're just about their money. What? You know, they didn't make money off the World First race. There wasn't any money to be had there. The Red Bull paid for their travel and hosted the, you know, gave them the platform, but Red Bull didn't make the tournament. Red Bull just gave them the stage. They made it where Scott didn't have to use his own money. I don't know how that works, but
They provided the platform. Just, that's it.
so I will ask that you guys not even out of morbid curiosity, guys, don't give that shit a fucking view. Not a view.
You know, that big red button in Old War? You're asking us not to push it.
Just not even a glance. Not a like, not a retweet, not a nothing. I will support anybody that is not on board with all that fuckery. All the other guilds I'm on board with, not just Method. Any other guild that's streaming on their own stuff or, you know, whatever I'm on, I'm in. Let's do it.
Here's the harsh reality, though. Somebody's going to get World First. It's either going to be Method or somebody partaking. I need you to stop, really. Cottonmouth, Christ. Did you like rub Vicks up here like I told you, sweetheart?
I have to have my husband bring my cough medicine. What it is it's hot in my office, and I don't know why, and the heat makes the cough worse, but I'm going to take my cough medicine. Sorry, guys. I should have waited another week, but I didn't want to wait another week for the show because we needed to talk about it. So, Envy, give me how do you feel in regards to Method protecting the community and trying to keep it here and not going to a third party? How do you feel as a constituent? Is that what we are? Are we? What are we?
I'm gonna be real, and this is just because, you know, the type of work that I'm involved in. You know, you hope for the best, but plan for the worst. And realistically, like, it's gonna draw money. Money's always a big factor in whatever you do, because money pays the bills. I feel like we're dealing with an unstoppable force. And realistically, only the community can fix that, but Limit has its fans. What really can you do? You can be that voice, and I'm not saying don't, but I feel like it's inevitable. But kudos to Method, you know, they stand by their ideals, and you're right, you got to respect them for that. But I don't want to see them become a martyr, and, you know, they lose out on something great. And I don't think they will.
I think it'll just be that much better. Blessed are the righteous. I'm just telling you. Blessed are the righteous. It's true.
That's how I feel.
Like, Abraham is going to sacrifice his son. Look at all the blessings he got in that sacrifice.
I tried sacrificing Pugsley multiple times and got jack.
Goats, cows, all kinds of shit. And yeah, obviously I can't. Thank you, handsome. Obviously I can't talk about things, But Method is going to be just fine. Don't you worry about Method.
I don't doubt that they'll be fine, but it's they're taking the short end of the stick and they're gonna take it for a while. It just sucks.
It's gonna be so good though. Victory always is. And the best revenge against those who publicly pretend to give a fuck about the community, but then privately are all about, well, let's see what we could do to make us more popular. Listen, all the Red Bull streams in the world is not going to get you a fucking girlfriend, dude. It can't help you get a girl. That's not going to help you. You're going to need to go, like, old school. And, like, not. Because it's not going to help you get a girlfriend. You're not going to get... What fame are you going to get? What fame is there to be had?
Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Does anybody remember the world first raider from 10 years ago? No. That's the way internet fame works, people. You're here, you're gone. Fucking, what? Internet fame, fuck. Death and taxes, exactly. There's nothing... Don't sell your soul for internet fame. Because there was a time when I would have. And I almost did. And then I realized, I'm cool. I don't need any of that. Because I don't have to worry about my stream numbers. Because who gives a shit? And I don't have to worry about performing for sponsors and saying all the right things on Twitter. I don't have to care. I just word vomit, speak my mind, move on. Like, that's it. I don't have to give a shit about anything else. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Oh, death and taxes? Oh, well, I thought you were talking about that's all they're going to get. Death and taxes. I was on board. Yeah, I don't even know. That's kind of like even worse. I don't even know. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how things, maybe...
Yeah, city, actually.
Maybe they'll, maybe the fallout, maybe nobody expected Method to speak up. It feels like nobody expected Method to be honest. Oh, you didn't expect Method to be honest? That's weird. It was almost like they were hoping Method wasn't going to be honest, so nobody would know. But, I mean... Anyway, so... That's all I'm going to say on the matter. I stand by Method 150%, and I will not give another air wavelength or soundbite to that stupid situation. Well, that's essentially what Method was trying to do. Red Bull was just the place. Like, Method was trying to make this a thing. And all Red Bull did was steal all of their ideas. Okay. Fucking idiots. This is why I'm not allowed to have matches and like gas cans and stuff. But with that being said, the world first race, watch it. Method's Twitch, watch it. Watch it. I'm going to be modding, so no bullshit. I'm going to be one of like 40, but maybe I have
You
to,
ain't even my real dad.
maybe I have to give you guys the boot for some bullshit. I'll do it. Give me the power. I'm just kidding, Dari. Don't kill me. She's going to kill me. She's literally going to kill me. Let's see. Apparently I wanted to mod the last time. I actually didn't want to mod last time. I wanted to be there. I was very upset I wasn't there. Nobody cares about me, right? What do I need to be there? What am I going to do? Fetch their water? I would get their water, though. That's how much I love these guys. Like, I would totally get their water. That's what Trey does. Trey is like, he's just the support. He just, like, supports and does stuff. Like, I would do the same. There's no shame in being the water boy. Or girl. And fetching the food. Taking care of people is a very big, like, honor. It's honorable to take care of people. You don't always have to be the person that's, the famous one. You could just take care of people. I mean, world first means a lot to average WoW players. I am, in fact, an average WoW player, and it means a lot to me because it's excitement in promoting a game that I play, and that's how you continue to keep life in the community, is with things like world first. That is what continues to give people a fucking reason to sub. Literally.
We were totally watching Method's world first of God damn it, what the hell's the name of that first raid from this expansion pack?
Uldir, was that the first one?
Yes, I was gonna call it Uldir. Mythic Cahoon. Dude, we were like cheering in his office. It was hilarious. But it's fun. It's fun. Just, we root obviously for Method, and just that excitement you get, and you're not even the one playing.
You know how many people I saw on the stream last year that are like, oh, I just resubbed. Watching this got me excited. That's why. Because seeing people passionate about, it doesn't have to be something that, I'm not a gladiator PvPer, but I fucking love watching the pro players. Love it. It's exciting because it's promoting what I play, and it keeps my world alive. If these things didn't exist, what would be the purpose? Just going and doing a thing isn't enough for players. There has to be a purpose. There needs to be something that they're getting from it in the long run. Being a part of these and saying, getting to say, I was there when, it was a 0.2% difference between the two guilds that were going head to head, and, the one got it. Like, being able to say that it's a pretty big deal. I was there when Sea-Doo finally got his trophy. That was a big deal. I will have that memory forever because I was there. Or even if I wasn't there, like if I watched it. It's just celebrating our game, and that people can do it at a high level, and it's a game I play. It's like a connection. Not saying I'm going to be able to tank like Scott, right? I can't even tank like anybody, really, to be honest. Really bad at tanking. But it's a connection. I'm 30 degrees connected to these guys because they play the same game I do. It's a connection. That's why it matters. And as long as we continue to make these things matter, this game will always be alive. The second we stop letting these things matter is the second this game is done. True story. Or we'll all have to just be Call of Duty fans.
What's wrong with Call of Duty?
Right, so we're gonna have a Call of Duty podcast. So, but I think it's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to watch it, but supporting it is important because it keeps our game relevant. And relevance is what keeps the devs making new content. Even if we don't like the new content, whoever wants to complain about how bad BFA is. I don't know what expansion you're playing, but it's pretty great. Anyway, so I'm really glad, though, I wasn't insulting, and I didn't want to be insulting. I wanted to just be a disappointed community member because it's just, some things make me sad. Also, so the Silverian Dreamer mount, you don't just have to purchase the 6-month sub to get this dragon. You could also pay $25.
I'm going to invest my money in a WoW anyway.
Well, I had my BattleNet balance, so I was just like, I don't pay for a sub. I have gold. I don't.
But you don't have your Bronto.
I don't have my Bronto, no. I probably will never gonna get it. I'm probably never. I think this whole time I've had like 2 million, and now I'm down to like 1.5 million because I bought some crap for this expansion stuff. For the patch, some mats to, I don't know what I was doing, but I'm never gonna get the Bronto. I'm just gonna have to be okay using other people's and hoping they don't like run away. I think the average player doesn't exist. like, Bear, stay with me. Envy, stay with me. I see, Envy, your wheels are turning. I don't think the average player exists. I think in our community, I don't think there is an average player. How would you describe an average player? Because typically you would have, like, I could describe an average Call of Duty player. I could describe an average GTA player. How would you describe an average World of Warcraft player? There isn't such thing as average in World of Warcraft, I don't think. I think it's as different from person to person as it is being a unique individual in this world. Very rarely do two people love all the same exact everything in World of Warcraft. From the music to the maps to what they like to do. Very rarely are two people 100% on point with all the things that they agree on. It almost doesn't happen. I don't know that it's ever happened where you find that one person that it's literally everything. Right down to the armor, right down to there's always something that one person likes and the other person doesn't. I don't think there's an average World of Warcraft player. I don't think that exists.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, you couldn't even describe like what an average player is.
I mean, particularly with World of Warcraft too, it's if you're playing the game, you love the game, you love the lore, you're invested in it. You don't just pick up the game and play it. You're invested in the story, you're invested in your character, you know what you want, so even if you just want to play for the story and you're okay with LFR, that's not average by any means because you're dedicating your time to your character, your game, essentially. So yeah, I agree.
There is no average. I wouldn't even say, I would say that there's like, I think you could split WoW players into buckets. And maybe have like 10 buckets with different options or types. But I don't think that there's an average World of Warcraft player. And I think that is why the community is so uniquely vocal. Is because there isn't an average player. I don't even know how I would develop future content for a game that doesn't have an average player. Where there isn't a pool of people that all do the same thing and then they all love everything except this one thing. That just isn't the case. It's as different as day and night. Exactly. It's totally okay. There's many people at the world first. I don't like to raid. I don't like to raid. I hate raiding.
Forces us to take her anyway.
I hate raiding. I raid to stay connected to the guild, and but I don't like raiding. So yes, I can see that there is no people that don't like the world first raids, who don't like to watch arenas, who don't like to watch the MDI. That does not make you a terrible individual at all.
There's always something else to watch at BlizzCon.
The MDI is not something I watch. I don't really. I'm just not interested in it. I do watch it because I give it a view because I want to support it whether I want to watch it or not. So I do watch it so that it has my view, but I don't particularly. It isn't anything that I would like throw some shit at the TV. Now you put some PvP on the TV, I'm gonna throw some shit at the TV. There's gonna be some angry yelling from the bedroom or my office or wherever I'm at.
It's true.
So, yeah, I think that's what makes World of Warcraft great, is how versatile and different each player is, that there is no two players alike. You could have somebody that likes a lot of the same things as you, but very rarely will you both like every single thing and hate every single thing together. It's statistically impossible. Mathematically impossible. Medically impossible. Spiritually impossible. I just don't think it's possible.
I'd like to see your sources.
Well,
I'm kidding. You don't have to.
I think what the problem with rating is it is an expectation. It's an expectation that where the bosses and even the way that you go, there is no...
It's linear.
There used to be options, and a lot of them, where you could decide where the fuck you wanted to go in the raid. Because they're choosing the raid to tell the story, it makes it a little difficult because they want to push you through to the bosses that you need to go through first. I think that in trying to make things easier, they think it's easier that way. That's one of the things that I wish that they would change back. I think in their drive to try to make it where any Tom, Dick, and Harry can pick up WoW and play it, which is great, except, hi, we're over here. We're the guys that have been subbed and supporting in here. Can you stop dumbing down my cookie cutter? Stop cookie cuttering, right? Like, step outside of your box. It is very, it's an expected pattern that everybody knows.
I agree that it's linear. Just going through BOD, for the story's sake. Like, you're going through a path, killing commanders and such, and getting to your end goal. That's what it is, right? I don't particularly care for it. I like options, but doesn't mean I don't not like the raid.
Right.
I love the challenge. Grong, as an example, he was a wall for a week and a half, but I didn't hate it by any means. I did hate, however, knowing that, all right, after this guy, we're going to go to this guy. So I got this strategy prepared, and I had all the strategies in hand in order, right? I'd have been like, what? I love options like High Mall. That was pretty fun. You had some optional bosses that you could do or not do.
Yeah, you could go in the order.
Right. And we would do the butcher first, and then the other rock assholes, and we purposely avoided Brackenspore because fuck Brackenspore.
We were stuck on Brackenspore. Brackenspore was I'm talking a month or 2 months, we were stuck on Brackenspore. Because the getting away from the mushroom that pops up that slows your casting is hard for people.
Soaking them.
Yeah. Concept-wise, that was a hard one for people to grasp.
Leaving them.
Mm-hmm.
That sucked, but we didn't spend that long. That was also when we were just a 10-man group. Literally just 10. But, yeah, I love those options. Now it's just like, you know what's expected, you know what to plan for. Just read up, get it done.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that's different from High Mall. You still had to be prepared, but you just never knew what you wanted to do. And then skipping, like Suramar, as an example, the Nighthold. Those quests that you can complete, you do this 4 times, collect these items 4 times, right? And then you can start in the middle. Start at
Oh,
LSD.
yeah.
We haven't had that option.
Well, because why?
Exactly why.
Because
Story driven.
people are sadists. I think the raid is a good spot to tell the story. Would I argue that it shouldn't be so reliant? Yeah, I think.
I'm just saying, a lot of video games have the hold X to skip this. You can do it too, Blizzard. Not in that method, but allow me to start on the second to last boss. Allow me to start on the last boss.
I agree that Blizzard often saves us from ourselves, but sometimes I don't need a dad. Sometimes I know what's good for me. Not all the time. They do save me from myself a lot. Like, they're smart. They got me going through this bullshit right now to get my flying. That's smart business. I'd do it too if I were them. But you don't always have to do that. Trust your people. Trust that we can,
We're big boys.
I do like the encounters, though. Even though I don't... Honestly, guys, the only reason I don't like raiding, I'm going to tell you. I can't just get up and walk away from the computer. It's why I don't like it. Whereas PvP, okay, I'm an instance, but the instance lasts, 15 minutes? Or if I'm out and doing war mode, I just go hide on a tree somewhere and I could go eat a sandwich or yell at my kids or fight with my husband or, whatever other million things I'm doing. That's honestly the reason I don't like it, is because I have to sit still. And it's hard for me to sit still. Envy knows it's hard for me to sit still.
God, do I know. Hell, you do that in like Mythic Keys too.
I do like Mythic Keys. The only reason I don't do them is because everybody ditches me.
God, man, we waited 45 minutes for your ass.
When? I texted you and told you, and then when I got on, you guys were still running keys for the last, an hour or two, and I was like, okay, well, I logged in for nothing. Okay.
Lies.
I texted.
That was that's true. That was the last key we ran, though.
You guys were still running, though. I don't know how long after. I just was like...
Yeah. That was our last key. But... I forgot what point I was going to make. For fuck's sake. Thanks for that. In any case, yeah. Believe me. Believe her. She can't sit still. It's hilarious most of the time because, I'll be in the middle of, explaining something and she'll come in like an angry redneck girl, like, can we have a break? I need a pee. Give me an aneurysm. Shit. Yeah, I have to call break right then.
I've gotten better where I wait till the hour, but I expect that break on the hour. So you guys see me during the show, forever, I'm drinking. This is what I do during raid. I am drinking. The whole time, I'm literally guzzling this down.
And the whole time I'm raiding, or we're raiding, I'm doing this, and my attention span gets worse and worse and worse, and explaining the fight is a challenge for me, and it always ends up Alex having to be the raid lead at that point. Fuck Envy, just listen to me and go there. Because of Bell.
So, let's talk about what we're doing in Nazjatar right now. And you had brought up earlier, do you just get the feeling we're just being moved around, we're being, she's kind of like the dance coordinator here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking, and I don't know where this route has me leading because I really don't know. Kind of lost myself. I'm really high, by the way. Just saying.
I'm hungry, if that helps, and I opened a candy bar and I'm staring at it.
I'm very hungry right now.
I feel you on a personal level. I'm starving.
Anyways, we're in Nazjatar. She's got these walls of water around us, and she's Ashara. She's said, at any time I can bring these walls down and kill you. Why are we alive? Obviously, because we need to progress through the story so we can get to the next expansion pack. Duh, but why? What's she plotting? What's N'Zoth plotting? Whose game are we playing? Are we playing Ashara's or N'Zoth? I feel like it's, we're playing the Old Gods game, but Ashara's a smart woman. I just don't know what...
We're
scared.
waiting for the Black Prince.
That's also true, because you got these agents just chilling everywhere.
What role does he play here?
And
is he Team Ashara? Is he Team Old Gods? Is he Team himself?
I think we got to dig a little more into why we went to High Mountain. We got that dragon scale from...
Well, and I didn't know that they were dragon... I didn't know they were dragon blights at all.
The High Mountain?
I can't think...
The Tauren, right?
Yeah, the Tauren. His descendants are dragonflight.
Yeah, the black dragonflight. He was the only one that wasn't really corrupted by Nefarian.
Right.
But, we got that that dragon stone for a reason, and all of a sudden the Black Prince shows up. That's a interesting turn of events too.
And we collected the Tidestone Legion.
Yeah. I mean, have you been to Dalaran recently? There's
No.
nobody there. But like for real, like that's not something that you just leave around like your
Where the
car.
fuck is Khadgar? Like, Khadgar's the one that told us to put this shit in where we took it. And they mounted them in the little displays, right? We went into the thing. I worked really hard to get that stuff. You just let it walk away? Or was there an inside man? Because that's my question. Because I have to believe that somebody couldn't just walk into Dalaran and take stuff out of there. I have to believe, like, that'd be really terrible if that was the case. I have to believe in something different there. But who? Somebody's dirty. That's all I know. Somebody's dirty, and who is it?
Kirin Tor, maybe?
I don't know if they're penetrable in terms of corruption. Aren't they famous for not being able to be corrupted?
I mean, well, he doesn't really count, but Medivh.
Well, I mean, but Medivh was like...
He was a highly regarded mage.
Medivh was...
The Kirin Tor are as well. And they're dirty now because, you know, you got the Sindore pissed off at the Kirin Tor for... Just saying, you get your hands dirty, it leads you down a dirty path.
I don't think it's that... I think it would have to be... I don't know. But I know that it's not... It wasn't unguarded on purpose. And where's the investigation? Because, like, if I'm Jaina, the first thing I'm going to say is, who the fuck left this thing unguarded? Whose job was it? Somebody get me the list of whose job it was to watch this shit.
I think for the moment her priorities are pretty pressed with dealing with one of the most ancient sorcerers of
Listen,
Azeroth's lifetime.
you can multitask. That's why you have people all over this fucking planet. Multitask, bitch.
You're fighting two fronts at this point.
Where's Khadgar?
He's being a pacifist. He's freaking what's his face from that Mel Gibson movie, Andrew Garfield.
What? Oh, the conscientious objector?
Yes,
You're so stupid.
that's a good movie though.
That really was a good movie. I cried a lot. It was a true story, too, though. Anyway. So... What if this whole time Khadgar's the bad guy?
That would be
That
would be a haymaker. Like it really would.
I haven't heard anybody ever mention in any theory crafting over the last 3 or 4 years the possibility, what if Khadgar was just sick of everyone's shit? What if he's just like, I'm sick of fucking being your dad, I'm sick of fucking being your dad, I'm sick of your shit, Jaina? Like, what if he was just done?
Then he's the new Sargeras.
That's something nobody would expect.
But then you're just repeating another story. It's
Well, and who? Well, I mean, everybody betrays at some point.
It's the same story, but a different telling.
They're talking about Illidan?
No, Khadgar, you know, like essentially, if you know, this is fun, just theory crafting. But if your theory were like Khadgar's just like, I'm done with this shit, let the world burn. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and help it by not doing my job, and eventually he becomes a bad guy. He becomes a new Sargeras.
No, what if he thinks he's saving the world by killing it?
Then he's Adolf Hitler.
But, you know,
To an
like,
extent.
what if he's got dementia? Khadgar's old as shit. I don't know that our in-game characters are impervious to things like dementia or Alzheimer's. Do those things not exist in this realm?
Oh, it's hilarious.
That would
That'd be-
actually be kind of funny. That would be
It does. It does. Suramar, that quest with that. Oh man, I hated that quest, and I'd always do it because it was such a great quest. I just don't remember the name. The name of the guy. I just remember he's voiced by Jim Cummings, freaking Winnie the Pooh. Fucker. Um, that what are the what are those elves called? The withered. The guy that was slowly turning into a withered.
yeah.
His dementia
You
setting
knew,
in. He's
you
just
knew he was like, ooh, a mana crystal.
right, and he like ends up redeeming himself, but he loses his mind anyway. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this quest now. But yeah, it exists in the game through drug use or mana use.
So people were saying that the little hints and nods to Black Prince, they've even said Black Prince a few times. People think that means a dragon expansion. That may very well may be, but I don't think that's what's happening. I'm telling you, the Black Prince wants to rule Azeroth. What if all this time, this mofo is who got the old gods riled up? Is that story possible?
I mean, he's gathering power for a reason. He ate the Thunder King's heart. That was what a dragon would do. But yeah, he's.
Could he have rallied the old gods? Could he have disturbed their because they're all in prisons, right?
So to speak, yeah, but I mean, I think he's just selfish. He wants it. Think about it. He's still technically a baby.
Well, wouldn't you be a little crazy if you heard everybody around you while you were in your egg and they were plotting about how they were going to use your power? I would have been a little crazy too. That's how he was brought into the world. With listening to all these different groups on how they were going to use his power. I probably would be a little batshit crazy too. But
So he's Bane.
like I'm wondering if it isn't random, these old gods thing. This isn't,
Well-
like somebody let them out, so to speak, their abilities to
I mean, it doesn't
telepathically communicate.
I think during the Sundering, a lot of the prisons were fucked. So they kind of explained what's his name, Yogg. His prison was affected by the Sundering, and he started influencing things around him.
But what took them so long?
They just sit and watch, That's what they do.
No, I don't think so. They just sat and watched for the... What's the timeline between Pandaland and now? Are we talking like 100 years? Or... Because it isn't like 5 years down the road. This is...
I would say
Pandaland, Anduin was a tiny little twerp. Now he's a full-grown man.
it's going to be about 4 to 5, because he was like a teenager in Pandaland. And now he looks like he's 21.
But in WoW time, isn't there 100 years like our 5 years? Isn't the time different? Does the time net work differently on Azeroth?
No, that's only if you're thinking what's his face. God, just went blank on his name. The Paladin.
Well, then why the fuck does Khadgar look so old? Because 5 years ago was not that long ago then.
I think they explained that it was some sort of curse.
Oh, because of maybe all his magics. And Jaina's facelift, how did they explain that?
What's that?
Jaina's facelift, how did they explain that?
I don't know, but thank you. You okay there, champ?
I peed.
Oh.
It is what it is, guys. This is what happens when you have children. So, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's happening? Give me the theories. What do we think is happening?
I've already explained my theory about going to the Void Lord's hometown.
And what are we gonna do there? Get our ass kicked by people that are greater power than us? That's what it seems like.
At the beginning of the expansion pack, yes, and then we're gonna rally, and then we're gonna fuck them up at the end.
What if we didn't have an artifact anything next expansion? Wouldn't that be lovely? Am I the only one that would not like that? Like, I would really like there to not be an artifact. You know how much fun I had doing the Legendary Cloak questline? I enjoyed that thoroughly. I really, truly enjoyed that thoroughly. That was really fun.
This is essentially what your artifact weapon is, too.
But
without calling it a leg.
I didn't get kicked from the raid if I didn't have my Legendary Cloak. I'm just saying, like, I would like there to... I guess, as players, we need something to focus. I think that's the natural order of things. I don't know. What is there to focus on next? A fucking magical dildo? Like, what is there left to focus on? Feet? A hat? A corset? Like,
I'm sure they'll explain it a bit.
What's left, guys? We got nothing left. If we focused on almost everything. The magical pants, like, I'll buy some magical pants, okay? And invite you to the pants party.
What about that cutscene with, well, did you do the whole quest line with rescuing Bane?
Uh-huh, I did.
Okay. What about that nice tender scene with Jaina and Thrall? And uniting and we're like, we've had peace before and it always fell. What's different this time? There were some rumors that I heard from my one of my employees who plays WoW like every fucking day. But anyways, I heard a rumor from him that there could be a potential of like both factions just becoming one. And I was like, how would that work?
It wouldn't, because our whole, it's World of Warcraft.
We started thinking, like, how would it work? And again, this is just us thinking, theory crafting, it's fun. Yeah, maybe the factions combine, and then you have a subset of players who are like, nah, we ain't about that, fam. And they're the warring faction. But yeah, there are all these hints out there, and people are like, oh, both factions are going to combine just by that little tender moment. I mean, it's up in the air. What's next? I don't know.
I got my bags packed because I'm ready to leave Azeroth, so.
You think it's going to explode?
I think it's going to be taken over.
By?
I don't know. Old gods? Whoever's
So-
controlling the behind the scenes, because it isn't just the old gods. The old gods just didn't decide to get together. Somebody
The
has
old
rallied
god-
these guys.
The old gods come from the Void Lords.
Like, somebody, and it's going to be somebody that, like, I think the expectation is that it's, it's
The
Rathian.
Void Lords.
Well, yeah, everybody thinks it's Rathian. Although I'm sure he plays a part there, I think it's something we had no idea. I think it's going to be, like, out of left field. Somebody is the puppet master here and is using all these things. I don't know what the ultimate gain is. Maybe they just want to be king of the world. I don't know. The only thing that bothers me is that whole, like, I want to rule the world. Why do people that want to rule the world always want to kill everybody? There's nothing to rule if you kill and murder everyone. Who's going to be your butlers? And your palace maids?
Maybe they want to go the Thanos route.
Who's going to be your farmers? If all the people that always want to rule the world want to destroy the world, where is the fucking fun in that? You get to sit on your throne and not have anybody to be the boss of? I don't know. I guess it just feels a lot of like they don't never think through their we want to rule the world. Like, we want to kill and spread darkness everywhere. Well, what's the point?
again, they might have the power to build their own civilization, to create their own.
That's just inbreeding.
It worked. Never mind. I'm not going to call out a state. You know which
It's
state.
just inbreeding. That's all. If you're just trying to repopulate the world in your image, it's inbreeding, people. This is why villains don't... Unimaginative villains always makes me really sad. It just hurts my feelings. All the feelings. But I'm ready to go. I'm ready for BlizzCon so we could get the expansion announcement. Bond villains were always the best villains, though. Like, they didn't want to kill the whole world. They just wanted to kill sections of the world. And I'm good with that. Sometimes there needs to be a little genocide.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how to...
It's all
respond
bad
to that
people.
one.
I'm not trying to kill good people. I'm just saying sometimes bad people have it coming.
Okay. Context is everything.
Guys, I promise I'm not a murderer.
Where do you think we're going? Where do you think we're going?
I don't know enough about what is unexpanded on outside of Azeroth that would be interesting enough to pull people into an expansion. Like, I don't know what's out there in the cosmos that would blow people away. One could argue, again, from a business perspective, I find it hard to believe that we're going to continue on Azeroth for another expansion. I think they have to pull rabbits out of hats at this point to bring people back on a large scale. I'm not talking about bringing people back in between patches. I'm talking about bring a chunk of the player base back that we lost for many reasons. But I don't know what is out there in the galaxy that has been talked about but never gone to. Like Argus. Argus was a big deal because it's been talked about. Like, Argus was a big deal. Argus was great, but let me down on a larger level. I thought there was going to be more, right? Like, I thought we were going to be doing more. It was just for that expansion. It made me sad that there wasn't more things to open up and expand there, I guess. Nazathian dystopian society. That's actually pretty great. But what else is somebody give me a planet out there that would be remotely interesting to players.
Honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't know either, but I always bring this up every once in a while. Probably brought it up like 2 shows ago again, but it's got to be the Void Lords that we're going to deal with. In Legion, when we're fighting Star Augur, and he's opening up all those, showing you all these worlds. Like, here's a world with Legion, like, destroyed it. Yeah, it sucks, but here's the next world engulfed by the Void Lords, a really, truly evil, nasty breed, right? And they control the old gods, and we're going to be dealing with an old god pretty soon. It's leading to the Void Lords. I just don't know where. That's an interesting theory too.
I don't know that I want to go sit on a planet that's this same color scheme as the same shit I've been looking at for the last 4 years. I love the color purple, and I love the dark midnight black purple. I love all those things, but I'm getting sick of looking at the same fucking color scheme. I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, I can't imagine, like, going to an orange planet or going to some place that's all orange, but, like, I guess that's better than Burning Legion colors, question mark?
That Legion was just too much green. Like,
It was just
I
a
hated
lot.
it.
And I fell, right? Like, I have the of the Black Harvest. I like the fell. Though, when I'm on my Horde Warlock, I miss it not being orange.
Green. Oh.
Yeah, it makes me like it's hard for me to remember a time when everything wasn't green. But that was it was 47 wipes.
That was a fun one.
47 wipes.
You know, stuff like that, I enjoy. Like, you
I
want this
did
really
enjoy
cool
it.
effect. It didn't affect the game in any way. You
Mm-hmm.
still had your spells are unaffected, but you really want to go out and show everybody that you went that extra mile for your class. That was cool.
It was a test of using all of the spells in your toolkit because you used things that are not part of your everyday, rotation. Your Kilrog's Eye, your Enslaved Demon, like you use things that were just you always had them, but they're minus opening the cave on Timeless Isle with Kilrog's Eye and like the little ways that some of those things are useful. You literally had to utilize every single ability as a warlock, and I firmly believe that's what made me so connected to the warlock, is going through that, to be honest, because I got stretched myself outside of my own limits. I was fucking, man, pounding on the desk angry, like, fuck this game, I'm done, and like I would just not touch it for like 3 days, and then I'm like, okay, I can't let myself go out like this. Like, I feel defeated and I don't like it. So,
I really hope they implement that for other classes too. They did with the artifact weapons, those challenges for a different skin on your weapon. That was fun and challenging. Fuck the Frost one. But, warlocks get the nice green fire. What about it? What about everybody else?
I mean, DKs already have like a lot of really great perks for being DKs. You guys can walk on water. Like, quit crying about it.
So can shamans.
I mean, I can walk on water now because I have that nice mount equipment, and that's actually how I want to close out the show. Mount equipment. The water thing went to all my tunes, all of my alts. I don't know if that was intended or if that was a bug. But my druid has it. It went to my druid.
Well, they took water walking away from all the water striders.
Wait, what?
Water striders,
I thought they
walk
were
on
just
water.
removing the ability to get the water strider. Oh.
No. You can still get the water strider. It's just not going to walk on water without the equipment. It's intended.
Well, yeah, I got them on alts, and I was like, well, this is weird. Because I thought you had to go through to earn those. When I originally talked about it, that was how it was. But then again, this was reported via data mining originally, and that's how I was getting my information. But yeah, I went to my alts, and I was like, oh, this is cool for... Like, it was cool for the druid because she's... she's in travel form, so sometimes I don't really like the cool Terran druid forms. No one kill me. I don't... It just, the branches sticking out of the elbows in cat and bear form are just really bugging me. Like, it's a really cool concept, and I love my cool Terran human form. I love being cool Terran human on the druid. But the sticks sticking out of the elbows, I just... It isn't as fun as I thought it was going to be look-wise. Like, I think they look really cool. Like, that's great. But I have to look at the back of those elbows when I'm running. You're muted.
God
You muted again.
God damn it.
Did you
God
double clicked, huh?
God damn it. Anyways, did you level from one Yeah, did you level from 1?
No, I'll do that when I have nothing to do, like in between expansions. But I race changed the druid, and I've been leveling the druid with my brother. My brother started playing again, which has been really nice. But I just I really love her Cool in human form. I love the punch. What's the haymaker? I really
haymaker.
like that.
That's fun.
I like the sound she makes when she's winding it up. Well, I call it winding it up, but when she's like prepping to use it, I just don't like the sticks sticking out of the forms. It feels ugly.
Like something out of, God, what was that Joaquin Phoenix movie?
Which
Like
one?
The
The one where he was on drugs, or the one where he wasn't on drugs?
The Village.
Oh, The Village, yeah.
And they got those like wicker demon things. with,
Yeah,
like,
I didn't.
trimming.
I don't mind them. I see other cool Terran druids around, and I think it looks cool when it's not me. But I'm looking at it from the back view, so I just see the shit sticking out of the elbows.
Oh my. The
Yeah.
Kultiran druids, though, they're a funny bunch. When you're questing in Drusvar and whatnot, and you're riding a druid up a mountain, and the mountains the druid's just like, yeah, I was talking to what's his face, and I was kind of wondering if we could get a goat form, but he told me we need to be more respectful. You know, you got the night elves and the Tauren who are traditionally very respectful, and then you got these drunk humans who are like, man, a goat form would be pretty awesome. Do that, Blizzard. Goat form, you got me sold on druid.
What would be the purpose of the goat form? Would you faint? Because that could be the only thing I could think of. Like, if you're passive or you're one of your racials was to faint, then yes. You had to know I was going to mention the fainting goat. Donkey form.
That'd be awesome.
The water forms are just fucking terrible.
I don't
I had the dolphin one.
I don't
I
actually
think-
think I don't actually think I've seen them, to be honest.
They're water forms. It looks like a sea monkey and a penguin had a baby, and that was what they chose for the water form.
I started leveling one just because
I meant turtle. I said sea monkey. I meant sea turtle.
Jesus. I started leveling my druid, Kultiran druid, because I think the bear form looks pretty cool.
I do agree that there's less sticks in the elbows in bear form. It seems specific to cat form. Shark form would be fucking amazing. I need a glyph that's a shark, if you could, Blizzard, please. Thank you for the tacos, by the way. We do have Murloc fish tacos.
Did you find that bar? I think you might have if you've been questing in Najatar, but there's a bar in Najatar that's underwater. It's full of all the Murlocs and the king of the Murlocs.
No, I haven't. I haven't found it yet. It's on my. I have it written on my notepad to go explore, but I keep getting sidetracked with fucking dailies.
I think there's a daily or a world quest in there, but that drunk Murloc on the ground holding the stein. They need to be a playable race.
I'm really happy about the tacos because I've literally been waiting my whole life for tacos to be in game.
I like how they put quotations around fish.
The orca is great, except I'd rather be a shark. Orcas aren't really, like, scary.
Why not both?
Yeah, give me the option, right? Or you might as well just make me like a giant fucking sea tuna or something.
You know orcas are known to kill sharks, right?
Well, yeah, they're killer whales. But I'm saying, like, orcas are not scary, though. Orcas are very majestic to me. Like, deer, like 5-point deer are very majestic.
Heliopleurodon, Charlie.
Norwal, huh? I don't even know. Are there any Norwal looking types?
Probably.
I do love the little tiny crabs in Najatar. They're so cute.
Till you have to kill like 25 of them.
Yeah, but they're just like little tiny. They're just so cute. I just want to squeeze their little cheeks.
Probably kill them in the process.
So.
I don't think I actually legit asked you, like, what do you think of an Ashitar?
I like it because I feel like a lot of the broken ruins reminds me of Azuna. And I tried to imagine what Azuna looked like pre-Legion because I imagined it was similar to Suramar in its architecture. Because a lot of that stuff looks like it was Suramar style. But I like that it's a nice mix of Suramar, Azuna, with some Vashir. Because I liked Vashir visually. I thought it was gorgeous. There's a lot of spots there, the shimmering expanse and all that. There's a lot of parts that I thought were absolutely beautiful. I just didn't like fighting all the sea life. Because in the water, you don't really have a whole lot of control. Like, you do, but it's not like... It isn't... You can't really control. If you float too far over in one direction, you pull all the fucking goblins and shit.
And you can't run away easy either.
You can't run away. That's why I don't like the waters. It's very limiting. But I think it's beautiful. The Tide Skipper... I need to Google the Tide Skipper. Tide. How do I not know about this Tide Skipper?
What up, Dirk?
What does the Tide Skipper look like? Hold on. Hold on. Why is this... You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me!
You want me to Google that for you?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Tide Skipper. Cause I feel like I haven't probably glyphed a lot. Oh, that's the dolphin, right?
I think so.
I think I need this one. I like this. This is cool because this is majestic. Yet that face on that dolphin looks a little evil. I'm in. Let's do it.
It's got that nice little streak on its side.
Yeah. I think we should do it. I'm going to go get that glyph. That's a good idea, Angie. Angie's smart. So, I like it. Done. Right? Right. So, guys.
Senora.
I'm ready to tell you guys that I am exhausted and I'm starving and we've had a really good I think it's a good show. Has it been a good show?
I don't know, but I'm
just checking to make sure I didn't forget anything before I close out. I'm looking to see if there was anything I was supposed to mention.
I think I'm going to try a different strain for next week's show.
Oh.
Was it
Well,
today's?
I apologize if you're listening to this on iTunes and you're wondering why there was so much silence at times. It's because I was coughing up a lung, and I do apologize. Hoping that next week will be a better week.
And I was high.
He was a little bit, but we're both starving.
A lot of bit.
I'm gonna go and find something to make because I don't think I've been eating this chicken salad for like 2 days. It's probably time to rotate out. I'm trying to see if I can convince my husband to go get something, but...
do you have a Costco membership?
I do not like Costco. I have a Sam's Club membership.
Okay, well, I don't know if they have them at Sam's Club, but do they sell the Foster Farms chicken there?
Like the frozen chicken?
Yes. Because they sell these little, like, pre-cut cubes. That you just... Cubed chicken breast.
That you just, like, saute?
You thought, saute it, bam.
Are you doing those tonight, Drew?
Oh, it's the wife's key. We're doing. The wife has an 11 freehold.
No, he said I'm around. Oh, for that freehold, I thought it was his. Oh.
At Envy 85, right there. I don't know, Drew. I gotta ask the wife, but maybe. If not, more than likely tomorrow. By the way, we're gonna be raiding tomorrow. If you want to raid with your Uncle Envy, let me know on Discord or something, or hit me up on Twitter at NVN85. But like, guys, we love to raid, and we need people to raid. I'm begging you. Sundays and Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern, I think, on Sunday, and it's 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Anyways, we need raiders, like legit raiders, and if you just wanna find a home to settle in and raid casually with a bunch of people that are drunk, angry, raging, can't sit still, they pee their pants, they yell at you, they ask for an explanation on the fight for the 37th time and say they got it, Bell.
Hey.
Stop by. We'd love to have you.
I think all things considered, I'm doing a little bit of all right.
She does. She does her part.
Like, not even just raid, just life. Like, the fact that I'm even sitting here and with any kind of lucid conversation is a fucking miracle. I had to tell my boss. We'll end the show on this note. Sorry, I couldn't mute fast enough. I have my one-on-one with my boss on Wednesday, because Thursday was a holiday. I had this project that was due in June. It's not done. It's gonna be done, but it isn't. I got sick. I had real life. I had daughter, granddaughter, my brother, a lot of things. So my boss is like, hey, this is not done. I know it's not done. Just fire me. Just say, no, it's not done. Just fire me. He's like, no, it's fine. Just take some time off and then get it done. I'm like, no, that's not, time off isn't helping me. But luckily, I didn't have to take time off for being sick because I already had it off. Because Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. So, well, I didn't really work Tuesday or Wednesday because I was sick. But
I'm on call right now. I've been on call since Tuesday. It sucks. But yeah, you're dealing with a whole lot more not fun shit, so
just lost the rest of my lung that was in there. The other half of that lung that I lost earlier, it just came out. I don't need the lungs anyway, guys. It's just extra. It's just parts of in here. But it's time to re-up my meds. That's why I'm getting like,
you know what? You should take 2 Benadryl.
I'm just gonna take all the meds they gave me, all of them.
And drink an Old English 800 while you're at it.
There's like 4 sets. I'll just take all of them. Yeah, this is it. This is what we have for you. We have 8 days left on the Kickstarter, guys. 8 days. If we do not fund, we don't have a party.
If we have a party, your Uncle Envy will take you out to Santa Monica. God, words are hard. Santa Monica Pier. We'll hold hands. We'll watch the sunset. You know you want to. I think we just lost some backers.
Yeah, they're like, let me reverse.
Oh, hell no.
The backing. Yeah, I don't have a backup plan if we don't fund, so.
I'm just going to be drunk and stoned.
I have 0. Like, everybody's been asking, do you have a backup plan? Do you have sponsors? I don't have a backup plan. This is it. I can't imagine this is the 4th year. I can't imagine we didn't fund 4 years in a row. But I do also know that like 50 grand went to Con Before the Storm. So I don't know if there's money left for our party. I'm not even hating because they're my people. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I need to eat and I need to do stuff. Drew, if you don't find anybody to run the key you have, let me know. And I'll run it with you. But I'm going to go.
Wells, worst player. No, you need to change your name. That title belongs to Belle already. I'm number one. I know. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it. Starting to sober up now.
I've been staring at this chocolate and my medicine. One on each side.
I got like 2 pugs here.
Well, the
Both
12,
on-
I just have me. So it'll just be rolling with me.
Yeah, I'll show you the good pug today.
We can always do them tomorrow after raid, too.
Ah,
Or before raid. No pug dick today, though, guys.
no.
This is what happens at the end of the show. When the show's over, we're done.
You
Everything
get
just goes to
free
shit.
pug. Not everything. This is the highlight of the show. Brandy, the good pug, the non-shitter pug.
Dominic was really excited. My brother Dominic, he was really excited. You weren't on MV. There was the thing that you do with pugs in game in the one of the new zones. I don't remember. And he was like, he said something like, I wonder if NV saw this pug thing. I was like, yeah, I don't remember. It was like a little something that you had to do a thing with a pug.
I must do my
It's Frank.
research. It's not just once a month, dude.
He always
There's
roasts
plenty.
me. He always roasts me. That's all he does. He doesn't even care. I've literally been dying for 4 days and he doesn't even give a shit. He doesn't even care.
I've been with the same woman for 16 years. Nothing can terrify me anymore.
I don't know how she stays with you.
It's
It's gotta be the money. Like, I can't think of anything else. It's gotta be the money. I'm not saying my friend is a gold digger, but I'm saying it's gotta be the money.
She's a gold digger.
She's not. I love her, but I'm just saying, like, it might.
You can have her. I'll send her over. You got
I
that
would
too.
love her. She's probably slowly poisoning him. You're probably gonna wake up one day in a coma.
No, I wish it weren't slow. I just get it over with.
She's probably been like plotting. She's probably been setting aside little bits of money in between the mattress for like the last 10 years.
Wake up dead.
Well, he's gonna like, okay, she's gonna wake up and he's gonna be in a coma. Well, you could wake up in a coma.
You can.
You
wake,
could have been unconscious and then
You can wake out of a coma.
Are comas and unconscious the same thing? I don't think so medically, right? You could be in a coma but still have consciousness.
No.
Yes. I've
Maybe.
watched things that people say some types of comas people have heard. Others have not because they didn't have their subconscious conscious.
Then we'll just call that a lucid nightmare.
Yeah, people. I've watched things where.
Coma's just comatose.
But I've watched things where like
Non-function.
people in a coma heard, and then some people in some comas didn't hear. Like they didn't hear anything that was going on.
Hold up, let me look this up on WebMD. We got this.
Like, I think that's why my greatest fear is like stroking out, and it being a stroke that debilitates me, where I'm basically just like a human shell, where I can't speak. I thought my husband probably like that.
Based on what I'm reading here, I'm pregnant. Okay. Scratch out internet. You okay? Were you not expecting that? Should I not make you laugh? Is this dangerous?
The laughing does not help because it does send me into a little. The kids did something earlier and I laughed so hard I coughed for like 20 minutes. It was like a really terrible.
Oh, speaking of your kids, your eldest son, more specifically, the last trip. Am I gonna call out-
Xavier.
I didn't want to say his name, but Xavier.
I mean.
Xavier. In the last show, I spoke about how Xavier was correcting me on certain comic book things, right? And he inadvertently spoiled the entire Spider-Man game for me. And like I didn't care and whatever. I was gonna buy it and play it later. I bought the damn game, and I'm playing the game, and as I'm playing the game, I'm like, son of a bitch, you little bastard. because he ruined the game. But he's cool. He's cool. I thought you would enjoy that. I'm just sitting there like, I'm gonna beat this on principle for the achievement points now.
But then it wasn't any fun.
Pretty much.
He wants that Mario one that you could build your own world or your own levels.
I bought that too because some jacked up levels are coming up soon.
Yeah, so my brother-in-law came over earlier to show him, and he was like bragging about how hard this level was. My son beat it in like 45 seconds. It was pretty funny. But my older daughter, I don't remember what she like stomped upstairs or something, and my Xavier looked at my husband and goes, "Dad, are you gonna handle that?"
No.
I'm like, seriously, you're 9. Can you just be 9? Just
Kids say the darndest things.
Kids are a gift.
I got pugs.
I'm only saying that because I don't know which one of my daughters is watching, but I know one of them is, so I'm just gonna say kids are a gift.
I'd just rather take my chances with the pug.
Yeah.
You know, they don't ask for much. Just feed them.
Really need a vacation. I'm going out of town at the end of July for work, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have some peace and quiet. I told my boss, I'm like, listen, I don't really like going out of town for work because I actually have to work. Like all the time. Like I can't take breaks because I physically am. It's not like when I work from home where I could take a break, go eat, whatever. I work harder when I work actually there. That's a lie. I work a lot. But I was like, I'm really excited to go out of town because I really need a vacation. So I'm flying in the day before and the day after so that I have the extra. I want to be...
Damn.
I just want to be able to drink on the plane, and it's inappropriate to show up to your office shit-faced.
That's a different story for a different time, but I have an epic Russia story that I need to share then.
Well,
but flying with a hangover, do not recommend it.
I would never.
No, especially on a red eye. Oh. Anyways.
Yeah.
You should go get some rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat because I am starving, and my house has been really quiet, which is very shocking.
Is he alive?
I don't know. I'm scared to go downstairs.
Whoa.
Yeah, my office is in my house also, Bear. I work from home. I only travel occasionally. But, guys, thanks for hanging out. Share the Kickstarter on all your things. That's a form of support. And next week, we are going to have some additional theory crafting on the end of the expansion and where we possibly might be going. What I really want to do is start every episode. I want to start doing a different theory in regards to what we're going to see at BlizzCon for announcements, because everybody's favorite thing to do on the internet is announcement guesses, right? I just want to guess content, not announcements. Like, I want to guess where we're going and what we're doing.
It's always fun to theory craft, though.
Last expansion for BFA I knew already, so it was kind of crappy. And I don't know this time on purpose. I specifically have not asked those questions because I don't want the answers. So I've specifically stayed away from spoiling it for myself. The last expansion, I already knew everything before the expansion. It wasn't any fun. So I learned some lessons about knowing people. Sometimes it's okay to just not ask questions. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're watching this on iTunes or Spotify, listening on Spotify, any of those things, thanks for the support.
Gracias.
I had something really good at the end, but I just am tired and I don't feel very well. So,
drugs are a hell of a thing, aren't
I know. I just need to... Hey, we're a drug-free house, okay?
they? Or are we?
I had to hide all my prescription medications. Okay, guys, we are getting out of here for reals. World First Race. Yes, streaming. I've already talked to all the people in the house and told people I need to start doing things more for me because I'm getting tired of... I love you all. We're getting out of here. We're doing things. Where did you pick up the wife? I guess I should probably put you on the thing. Did you pick up your wife?
I did.
I didn't see her in chat. Rude.
And by I did, I mean Uber did.
Oh, Uber did. Oh. Why don't you just have the DoorDash people pick her up? They can bring her and the food. That's good business.
I picked up that food.
What'd you get?
Chinese, cause
Fuck, I want Chinese food. Why didn't I think about that earlier?
Chinese food's awesome. The best part is when you wake up drunk and it's all cold, it's still good.
I don't really like it cold, but I do like I think Chinese food is better the next day.
The flavors just kind of like bake in.
But I have sick taste, so everything tastes gross. It's kind of weird. Anyway, guys, we're out of here.
See y'all.